Hello dear Steemians, Dtubers, members of Uptrend and all beautiful and creative blockchain people. That's me again at CryptoSpine. This is my next cryptocurrency market overview. So let's start. Let's have a look at the prices of the major cryptocurrencies according to the beautiful site of CoinGecko. And we see that Bitcoin is trading at the level of $7,276, or its price has been fluctuating almost sideways for the last 24 hours. The same price dynamic has been followed by the rest of the major cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and etc. So it's a kind of boring on the cryptocurrency market if we analyze the price movements. But since today is Monday, and usually on Mondays I analyze the price chart of Bitcoin, let's have a look at the price chart of Bitcoin, because I think there is some very interesting candlestick formation and technical patterns to mention. And this is actually once again the price of Bitcoin according to the beautiful site of CoinGecko. Okay, this is the price chart on 1-day time frame. To some extent we're very familiar with the price chart of Bitcoin, because as you know I analyze the price chart of Bitcoin on a weekly basis, usually on Mondays, and this is the 1-day time frame. So we know that in general, since the beginning of 2018, the price of Bitcoin has been in a bear market. Nothing has changed since then, in my view. But let's start with a look at the broader picture, and this is the 1-month time frame. So today is December the 2nd, so we're at the very beginning of the month. And I want to have a look at the candlestick for the previous month, actually for the month of November, and how it looks like if compared to the previous candlesticks. So this is the candlestick for the previous month, so the month of November. We see very well that we have a solid bearish candlestick that engulfs completely the body of the previous candlestick for the month of October. So in my view, this is a solid bearish signal on 1-month time frame. And if we have a look at the local highs and the local lows of the candlesticks, we see that we have a sequence of candlesticks with descending local highs and mainly descending local lows. So sequence of candlesticks with descending local highs and descending local lows. This is a solid bearish signal, and we have in addition a solid bearish candlestick for the month of November that completely engulfs the previous candlestick body, and it is called actually bearish engulfing. So in my view we have a bearish signal on 1-month time frame. If we switch to 1-week time frame, the situation is a little bit tricky, because sometimes we have solid recently we have had some solid bearish candlesticks, then we had some solid rebounds, but I have commented on these rebounds many times. That's why I don't see any significant difference today if compared to the previous Bitcoin analysis. And I don't see anything that positive at the moment, because we know very well that 2 weeks ago we had this solid bearish candlestick. The price of Bitcoin dropped to levels close to $6,500, so that was one of the lowest levels since the beginning of the summer. And what I want to say is that last week we had some slight rebound on 1-week time frame, but we see that even the closing price for the previous week, according to this candlestick, is lower than the middle of the bearish candlestick for the week before. So it means that even the bulls last week were not able to push the price higher, and if compared even to the middle of the candlestick for the week before. Also, I would like once again to remind you that if we switch to linear chart, we have this double top here. I have commented on this double top in the summer many times, then at the very beginning of the autumn. So this is a solid bearish signal or a trend reversal technical pattern. So just a short reminder that we had this double top here. Let's switch back to the candlesticks and let's move to 1-day time frame. Nothing new on the chart. Just to remind you once again, price of Bitcoin has been fluctuating within the descending channel, and we know that the descending channel actually is a downtrend. So price of Bitcoin has been fluctuating within this descending channel. Sometimes it rebounds from the lower line. So this is one rebound, second, another one. We had a rebound recently, but we see that these rebounds are getting smaller and smaller. So this was a solid rebound that took place very fast. That was also a very fast rebound within the descending channel. At the moment we see that bulls are not strong enough to push the price again, and we cannot see such kind of solid rebound and fast rebound, price rebound on 1-day time chart time frame as well. So what I want to say is, it seems that bears are getting stronger and stronger if compared to the bulls. That's why on 1-day time frame I am getting a little bit more skeptical about the price chart, actually about the price of Bitcoin. Of course, I'm obligated to some extent to remind you that according to the theory of technical analysis and many chartists will still claim that this is a bullish flag, and it is very early to say that the bullish flag will end in the wrong way. So I mean that we know very well that according to the theory of technical analysis, a bullish flag is a bullish pattern, technical pattern, and the price is supposed to exit from the flag or from the descending channel in the upward direction. But I think that the probability that the bullish flag will continue in the upward direction is quite low at the moment. At least I don't see any technical bullish signals, neither I see, to be honest, any fundamental significant changes that may trigger some kind of price increase. That's why I want to say I'm very cautious and I'm a little bit more skeptical at the moment about the price of Bitcoin. And the last thing I want to mention today is that still we're in this bullish flag, or actually in the second part of the bullish flag, that is the descending channel. If we switch to 4 hours time chart, or probably 1 hour time chart, I would like to mention that we have some kind of uptrend here, and this uptrend is quite relatively small if compared to the descending channel on 1-day time frame. So this is actually the rebound, the latest rebound from the lower line that acts as a support line within the descending channel. And why I'm outlining and actually talking about this small rebound here that is visible on a 1 hour time frame, and usually I don't analyze the price charts on such short time frames, because the situation is very tricky at the moment, and this rebound may end quite soon, and if it ends, it will renew the downtrend within the descending channel, and it may accelerate in the near future. That's why I'm keeping an eye on this slight rebound, and actually in particular I'm keeping an eye at this slight uptrend on 1 hour time frame, because I'm curious what will happen to the lower line of the uptrend. I'm curious if the lower line will be able to keep the price rebounding. Let's see what will happen, but for me this is very important small channel. That's it for today about the price chart. Of course, this is just my point of view. I may be a little bit more bearish than you are. It's up to you, but to be honest, I don't see anything that may change the game in the near future. But let's just mention some news that I read earlier today, actually in the morning. So the first thing is an article that I want to mention that was published recently, actually, on CoinTelegraph, and it says that hodlers are insane. 64% of Bitcoin supply has not moved since 2018. So according to this article, it says that most of the Bitcoins have been just stored on some addresses or wallets or whatever it is, and people don't use them, they just hodl them. And they say that, according to this article, the writer said, this is the conclusion of the analyst rhythm or something like this. Sorry for my pronunciation of this name, but he thinks that it means if people are keeping their Bitcoins, it means that they are very bullish, they are hodling their cryptocurrency, they expect the price will skyrocket. But I'm not pretty sure that this is the case at the moment. In my view, it may turn out that there is another explanation about this insane hodling. Some people entered the market much earlier at higher levels in 2017, in the first half of 2018, even during the summer they bought much more expensive cryptocurrencies if compared to the prices now. And many people, because of this, are just hodling because they don't want to admit and they don't want to close their position with losses, to be honest. And they cannot accept these losses, and that's why they are hodling. The next one I want to mention is from, if we have a look at these statistics, if it's really reliable. From another angle, let's have a look at the statistics from another angle. It may turn out that this is because of the low usability and not that many use cases of Bitcoin. People cannot buy anything that easy and with low fees, transaction fees with Bitcoins, and that's why they don't use them, but they still believe in the blockchain technology and they just hodling their cryptocurrency. I think it may be also one of the factors explaining these statistics. That's why these statistics to some people may be positive, but if you look at the other angle, from another angle at these statistics, it may turn out that it is negative for the current situation, explaining the negativity at the moment. And I think that we have to, we don't have to take any biased conclusions. That's why I just wanted to mention some other point of view. And the last thing I want to mention today is some news about also published recently on Cointelegraph with the title halving. It is about the Bitcoin halving will be non-event for BTC price Morgan Creek digital executive. So what I want to say is many people have been talking recently, and not only recently, probably since the beginning of the summer, that halving, Bitcoin halving that is supposed to take place next year will have a solid positive impact on the price of Bitcoin, and it will trigger the next bull run, the price will skyrocket, and etc. I'm not pretty sure that this is the case, and to be honest, recently, within the last 2 or 3 months, I wanted to write an article that explained my view about the halving, although I have mentioned the possible effect of Bitcoin halving on the price of Bitcoin many times recently. But I want to write an article, and probably I will write this article sharing my point of view on the upcoming halving very soon on STEEM. And it to some extent it fits with the saying of this Morgan Creek digital executive statement that it will be non-event for BTC price. I do agree with him. I don't think that the halving at the moment may have a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin, and I will set out in an article my point of view. So that's it for today, and the last thing I want to mention is about the articles, and this is the Lightning Network. The capacity is at the level of 8,224 Bitcoins. And to be honest, back at the very beginning of 2018, I thought that the Lightning Network will develop a little bit faster and it will be a little bit more beneficial for the further mass adoption and of Bitcoin, and I even thought that it might solve the scalability issue at some time. But at the more I observe the developments in the Lightning Network, the more skeptical about the Lightning Network I become. Because I have realized that it may turn out that the Lightning Network is not a solution, the possible solution to the scalability issue of Bitcoin. And it is because I haven't seen any significant developments for the last 1 year in the Lightning Network. That's why at the moment I'm not pretty optimistic about the effect of the Lightning Network on the ecosystem and the price of Bitcoin. Of course, I will keep an eye on the Lightning Network. In case something significantly improves, I will announce it. But this is just my point of view. It may be because I'm a little bit more bearish at the moment about the price of Bitcoin. That's why I set out in the information in this way, in a bearish way. But who knows? Let's have a look. Let's keep an eye on the cryptocurrency market. No doubt that in the long run, crypto is the future. We're all cryptocurrency enthusiasts, and it's just a matter of time when all this beautiful cryptocurrency market will skyrocket again. Thank you for watching. I wish you, of course, a wonderful and productive week. It was me at CryptoSpa.